welcome. It's a Thursday afternoon. Got my new cardigan on. And it's another Gousto delivery. So I did do an unboxing of the previous box, but for some reason YouTube took it down. Don't know why. I'm quite new to the unboxing one to get a knife. And I think maybe it's because you could hear the stereo inside, so it could have been that. But anyway, hope you're all right. I hope you've had a good week so far. We are busy organising my office. My other business goes live shortly. I will give you more details when we launch. But we've got models and the advert and the advertising and so on and so on and so on happening at the moment. I'm just sorting out the office. Got some new office furniture that we're assembling, so it takes us a bit longer than some to do bits and pieces, because both of us are quite ill health in some respects physically, so we have to have lots of breaks in between. But I have another Gousto box, so I will turn the camera. There you go. So our Gousto box for 4 people has arrived, and it's in perfect condition. There's no dents or anything on the box, so I haven't got to worry about them being anything split. So this is 4 days meals. I have chosen next week's already. So Gousto have a whole load of recipes and menus. I shall show you. Hopefully this time I'll remember to hide my address. So that was today's box that's arrived. So if I go and I look at upcoming deliveries, I have another box coming on the 16th, which is Monday, so every 4 days. And in that box I have oven baked coq au vin with buttery crushed potatoes, smoky spinach style chicken with patatas bravas, bacon and garlic mushrooms with creamy mash, and Chinese banquet with honey glazed pork belly. The Chinese banquet is huge. It's absolutely gorgeous. Now, this box will actually get paid for tomorrow, but because they always want to make sure the money's in there and authorised, they always take it 24 hours before. If it's not in there, they'll send you an email and they say, try to take your box, but we'll go in at 11 o'clock tomorrow for it. Please make sure you have sufficient funds. I have a separate bank account just for Gousto, just because I like to make sure the money's always there in time, like you do. And I do that with a lot of my bills and payments, have different pots and stuff for it. So we've got the Chinese banquet, which is a little bit more expensive than some of the meals. And as you can see just how many dishes you get in that. So it costs a little bit more per person than usual. But when you go on to your Gousto, you get the whole recipe there. It tells you what's coming, what you need: flour, salt, pepper, sugar and vegetable oil that's not included, all the nutritional values, and it just says you need some baking paper. So that box will be paid for. Well, it's actually been paid for today, but it would have been tomorrow. When you click on, it will tell you you've chosen your recipes. You can edit them up to midnight tonight. So if I change my mind about something I can edit it. My next order's there. I'll go on all recipes, but you do have different tabs chosen for you. Hungry Traveller, the Save and Saviour is their basically budget, lower price range meals. Absolutely brilliant, perfect, especially with the times we have at the moment. New additions, quick and easy, calorie controlled, healthy choices, 10-minute meals, prepared in 5 minutes, chicken, beef and pork, vegetarian, plant-based, gluten-free and dairy-free. So you can go and skip straight to what it is you fancy, but I'm going to all recipes. That's one of the Save and Saviour, which is chicken and sweet corn potato top pie. Tastes amazing. It's also 50p cheaper a serving, but I know we all love chicken and sweet corn potato pot pie, so just add recipe. Now, a box for 4 can only get 4 days. A box for 2 you get 5 days. I am hoping that Gousto are going to increase the box to 4 days. It'd be really helpful. Shame they can't do 7 days, but they are very, very adamant on you getting your ingredients as fresh and as best condition as they can come. Also, if your delivery driver is held up, there is a time limit on how long your box can stay. Actually, I'll talk to you face to face. How long your box can actually stay on the van. So if they're running late and your box has been on there 2 hours more than it should have been, you won't get your box and they will refund you the full box price. It's disappointing because you've already paid for your meals. It's very disappointing, but they do get the credit on within 24 hours. You can order a box to come as soon as possible, sometimes even the next day or the day after. 1 second, there are so many things popping up. But it is disappointing. It's happened to me only once in 4 years, and it was disappointing. And of course, then you've got to go and buy your meals. But, like I said, only once in 4 years, the boxes normally turn up on time. So go back round. So I've chosen the chicken sweet corn potato top pie. We've got that this week, so I don't fancy that again. Not having the Chinese banquet, we've already got that. Roast pork belly, sausage, stuffing, roasties and fig gravy. I know we like that because you get beautiful little baby carrots, so we'll put that recipe on. Creamy lemon chicken with chili rice, pork and... Sorry, all my emails are popping up. Pork, blackberry, bean, stir-fry, no, meaty pizzas. Oh, smoky Spanish-style king prawns with potato bravas. We shall have that. Add that recipe. So I've got one more to choose. Sweet and sour chicken with prawn toast feast. That is such a lovely meal, that is. I love prawn toast. But we'll see what else it is. Greek style spanakopita with oregano wedges and herby tzatziki. Oh, that looks very, very nice. Let's have a look what that involves. Oh, Mark Ferris has just popped up on his. He's just got put in a story. I love Mark Ferris. Zoe and Alfie. Like I said in my previous videos, I am a huge Future Self fan, Koi Footwear fan, Crystal Elite Hair Care fan, Mark Ferris, and there's so many others I do. I love Nerdforge. I love their makes. So yeah, I watch so much on YouTube. So the Greek style spanakopita has soft cheese, onions, mint and dill. Ooh. Greek salad, cheese, potato, puff pastry. That looks very tasty. So I think we'll go back and we will choose the Greek style spanakopita, oregano wedges and herby tzatziki. Let me just have a look, see if there's anything else that takes my... Oh, gnocchi stroganoff with garlic mushrooms. Oh, that's a Joe Wicks recipe. Very nice. I think that's all I fancy. We normally have a fish dish, but because I've got the prawns, of course, it was a fish. I haven't got to get an extra separate one. Oh, I love the 21-day aged sirloin with the truffle mac and cheese, but my dad does not like beef. So we normally do that on a day that my dad fancies something else to eat. There's lots of pasta dishes. You can see how it never ends. There's a 10-minute meal, which is herby soy salmon with brown rice and pak choi. So yeah, so anyway, so I've chosen my 4 meals. I will click next. I'm just checking my delivery address isn't coming up. It is, but it's down there. So it will show what I've chosen, the date, delivery time, then the delivery address. Place your order, confirm. Then it will take you to the Gousto market, where you can get beers and wines, desserts, stuff for your food cupboard. So they do their own microwave range. So you've got cauliflower pesto pasta ciabatta crumb, chicken and potato curry, steak and pies. So you've got that. Then you've got sides, peas, dough balls, waxy potatoes, rotis, plain naans. Then you've got other items like olive oil, bars of chocolate, pan of chocolate, cinnamons, swirls. But I'm not ordering any of that extra today. Then it confirms everything with you, so you can say thank you. You can share your code with people. For a friend, they'll get a box and they'll get a discount on it. So I will put my code in the link below if you want to try Gousto. I have tried HelloFresh, didn't get on with it, switched to Gousto, would never go back. So back to my deliveries, and there you go, it will show the deliveries I have coming up. And it is simple as that. But yes, I will share my code in the comments below, give it a go, use the discount and see how you get on. This week we have Mediterranean style veg stew with cheesy potato. That is a save and savour menu, so it is cheaper. We have sweet and sour smoky barbecue fajitas, chicken fajitas, chicken and leek casserole, which is another save and savoury one. And there will be one more card in here somewhere, but when I find it, I will pop it out. But it is the bao buns that we had last week. We enjoyed them so much. I'm so glad I ordered them to come again because they were delicious. In the box we have our spices in the spice bag. Tip it up. We have ingredients for the fridge, ingredients for the cupboard. Separated. Fridge ones have ice packs. They come in paper bags. They do have a recyclable plastic bag inside. You can always tell how long it's been on the van because this has still got a big block of ice in it. You can reuse the water. Reuse it to boil our vegetables or to put in the kettle and boil. Perfectly safe. This is me throwing things on the floor. So first we will get out the finely chopped tomatoes. Now they did email to say they had trouble sourcing the cherry tomatoes. For the fajitas, they were sending finely chopped tomatoes. These finely chopped tomatoes are very, very nice and very, very tomatoey, as you can say. Ooh, what's this? Oh, courgette. Here it's 2 packs of coriander. We don't like fresh coriander. Don't mind dry coriander. Don't mind coriander in naan bread and stuff. But will not eat fresh coriander. So that's the only thing that we do waste. There's my bao buns for the fridge. I can put my fridge stuff over there for now. Some more mooli and carrot and pink cabbage slaw for the bao buns. Natural yogurt. So because, like I said, a box for 4, we get 2 of everything. Box for 2, you'll get 1. Feta, made with sheep and goat milk. So we've got 2 packs of feta, that's for the fridge. We have jumbo king prawns. I don't know why we have got jumbo king prawns, but we do. 1 second. Actually, that's just me being silly. Last week we had the pulled barbecue pork bao buns. So we had pulled pork. This week we have the char siu sao jumbo prawn bio buns, mooli slaw and loaded fries. Hence why we got the prawns. Hence my confusion. So we have, and they are big prawns. I don't know if I can show you. That's just 1 prawn. So 2 bags of prawns for the bao buns. Diced chicken thighs. So the diced chicken thighs are for the chicken and leek casserole. We have breast chicken strips. So the breast chicken strips are for, they should be for, yep, the smoky fajitas. So we've got them. And of course the Mediterranean style veg stew has no meat. So put my card there. Today I think we are going to have the why do I keep calling it cheek? Chicken and leek casserole. Tomorrow is Friday. Carl is taking me out to lunch, but we'll probably come back and have fajitas because My dad has fish and chips on the Friday. Then on Saturday, I think we'll have the bao buns. Actually, on Saturday, we'll have the Mediterranean style veg stew. And Sunday, just because it's a Sunday and we're going to have the prawn bao buns. So we will do that. In here, so tonight we're going to have the leeks. So we have 2 very nice sized leeks. Because I can only get some tomatoes, we've got some of them and some of them we haven't. We've got tins for the fajitas. So we've got the cherry tomatoes for the stew, but I might actually swap this about and have the tin tomatoes in the stew and the cherry tomatoes in the fajitas. Aubergines, we've got the aubergines, of course that's for the veg packed one. 2 very large courgettes, one unfortunately did make it and break in half, but 2 very nice big courgettes. 2 peppers. That's it. It comes with everything. Then we've got the tortilla wraps for the fajitas. 2 red onions. 2 shallots. 2 white onions. 2 spring onions. And then in the bottom of that, a whole load of spuds. As you know, I have a white spud bag. So my white spuds go in my white spud bag. And they are very nice, decent sized spuds. So they all go in my spud bag. It's set for 8 of them. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Because they're for today's dinner. So all of these ones here will go in here. Get my onion bag. I'll get my bowl for today's dinner and put 8 potatoes, because of course it says 4, because it's a meal for 4. We will do a meal for 4. Actually does 5 of us very, very easily. Yeah, it's quite mad. So we've got 2 shallots, so I will keep the 2 shallots out, and I will put the red onions and the white onions in the bag. Put the 2 shallots in with the potatoes for today. There you go. And I'll be back. I'm going to go and put everything in the fridge. Okay, I'm back. So I'll go in the cupboard and get a plastic pot out. In here are all the spices and everything you will need. So I'll tip them there, you'll see. So in here we have 2 Henderson relishes. Everything's weighed and ready. Onions. So if I get today's card off of card for 2 seconds, I'll just keep out what I need. So I need the Henderson's relish. So it's 15 mils, I need 30. So I've got 2 chicken stock, 11 grams of chicken stock. There's 1, there's 2 chicken stocks, all weighed out. And garlic, which I'll use the frozen garlic. And that's all I need out for that. I shall return the card back to Carl so you can see what to chop. And the rest is all for other menus. So we've got tomato paste, mayonnaise, ground cumin, 2 of them, ground coriander. I'll always advise that you check your box, vegetable stock. Yeah, check your stock before you put it away and then just think, oh, I'll do it when my next meal I get it out. Because the last thing you want to do is get ready for dinner and find out something's missing. So I always go through the box, check everything against the recipe cards, because that way as soon as you message Gousto, they will rectify the problem straight away. So I was missing the Henderson's relish. Go on there now, say the Henderson's relish is missing. They will refund you the amount the 2 Henderson relishes are. It goes on as credit for your next box. but it's hard to rectify it if you're on day 3 and you haven't checked. So they do say check it, and I always do. 2 rice wine vinegar, 2 pots of honey, 2 packets of sriracha, 2 soy sauce, 2 chili flakes. We have never ever used the full amount of chili flakes, have we, Carl? No. They will burn your head off. It doesn't matter how much you like heat and spice. They are so strong. So if it says to use, there's half a teaspoon in these pots. So if you use 2 half a teaspoon in your recipe, we will use 1/4 of a teaspoon, if that. So that's 2 chili flakes. That's all the garlic cloves, which I will peel, wash and freeze when I get round to it. 2 pots of dried oregano, 2 packets of 5 spice mix, 2 smoked paprika, and 2 hoisin sauce. And that's everything for the 4 days to go in the pot, lid on, and in the cupboard. Paper bags come in really handy. We use them for sandwiches and stuff, so we don't chuck them away, because it's all about recycling. So we shall get on and cook. I will put my camera down to the cooker. Take my cooker ring protectors off before I put it on and start cooking and cook them. Get my wok, turn that on, vegetable oil, scissors, and the recipe card. I've got toothache today. Oh, you know what I've done? But right, Carl is over there and he is peeling and quartering the shallots, and it says boil kettle, so I should put the kettle on. Yeah, kettle is on. I shall grab my apron. I know it's not Christmas, but I do like this Christmas apron. I did buy myself and my daughter-in-law matching aprons for Christmas, and my grandson was wearing it for a little while. I do need to put it in the wash because I wore it yesterday. So apron on, ready to go. Take the chicken out the fridge, open the packet and let it air. Now it always says that because no matter where you get the chicken from,
you get the colander up on the front.
Yep. No matter where you get your chicken from, it's injected so much with water nowadays. I mean, this isn't so bad. You can see it's really good quality chicken. I do need to put my ring light on in the kitchen. It's a bit dull, even though we've got big old spotlights in here. I don't know if you can see the big old spotlights. There we go. So they are big old spotlights, but it always seems to be really dark in this corner. Right, so open the chicken, let it breathe for a second. There we go, get my rubbish pot for my rubbish. So I've opened the chicken, let it breathe. Heat a pan with olive oil. Once hot, add the chicken, salt and pepper. Now, vegetable oil. You know what's going to go in with my chicken. Normally Old Bay, but I will put some of that West Indian spice mix seasonal in with the chicken. It does not say to do this. It's just that my family would not understand if they ever got a piece of chicken that did not have extra spices in and not just salt and pepper. We will wait for that to get hot. While that is getting hot, Carl is doing the shallots. He's topping and tailing and cutting the leeks into round, and he'll wash them thoroughly. And I will dissolve the stock mix and Henderson's relish in 500 ml of boiling water. I should get my jug. Now I love these little pots of Henderson's relish. No scissors needed. Make sure there's none in the top. Just snap it and open it goes. Give it a squeeze. That's one. Next. That's the Henderson's relish. Now it says 500 mils of water, and of course it will be slightly different because I'm putting everything in before I put hot water in. But I will just add a tiny bit more water into it. So that's the chicken stock in with the Henderson's relish. Next one. That's it, all weighed out. I don't have to weigh anything. Give it a stir so the powder isn't all clumped. My oil is still heating up, and I will go and put 500 mils of water in and be back. So that's Henderson's relish and chicken stock, and just over 500 mils of water because I put the water in after the other liquids. This recipe is done completely on the stove top, but because we have time constraints tonight and we need to get dinner done really quickly, I will be getting out my trusty pressure cooker that will make sure the potatoes are done in super quick time. So, but I will brown the chicken in the wok. So, hot oil, empty out my 2 packs of chicken, okay, and put my stock over that side. Okay, make it a little easy for you to see. There's the card there, this is that. My time over there, and I move my camera a bit closer. There you go. So chicken is browning in there. Never weigh it. Bit of Brazilian seasoned oil. You can get this from any Caribbean greengrocers, Caribbean market stall. If you're in America, you can get a similar version, well actually not similar, a superior version from Elite Hair Care, which is the Moon Spice, but it doesn't ship here as of yet. I am waiting. So that's my chicken. In my pot, because I am doing it in my pressure cooker, I will already put my liquid in my pressure cooker, but that will get added in step. Oh, that doesn't get added in until step 7. Yeah. So we've got to, because you add the shallots, the leek, everything into here, and then once the leeks and shallots are soft, you add your garlic and your dried thyme, a knob of butter, 2 tablespoons of flour, and you add the chopped potatoes, carrot, then the stock and salt, put the lid on for 20 minutes. But I do adapt my Gousto recipes. So in there are the 2 carrots that will go in the pressure cooker along with the 2 shallots. I will add the thyme to my browning chicken just so it gets really into it. Okay, and because my garlic is frozen, I will add it in my frozen garlic cube in with the chicken because it gives it time to melt down. I'm in an awkward place for you, aren't I, Carl? Sorry. My camera's in an awkward place for you. So, you just walk up my The leeks are going in the pressure cooker with the carrots and the stock already. Nothing's turned on in there, I'm just adding it on in as I go along. There's my colander. I do wash up as I am going along. I don't like to have a whole pile of washing up to do at the end. I won't put my jug and wash it up yet because I need to add any more liquid. And I should just carry on browning my chicken. I like to have it brown, don't like to put it in without it being seared, brown, whatever you call it. Don't need to add a lot of salt because seasonal has salt in it, but I'll add a little bit extra pepper and only a sprinkle of salt. A little bit extra pepper and a quick sprinkle of salt, especially because we both suffer with high cholesterol, so we don't want to be using a huge amount of salt. But in that pot here, the Weight Loss Essential table salt isn't actually what's in there. There is low salt in there, half the salt. Same as all these little pots we reuse, so it's actually low salt that's in them. I think we're out of it now. I'm going to show you there. Oh, there we go. So what's in them at the moment is the low salt. For each tub sold, 20p donated to the Stroke Association, which is great. It has 66% less sodium than regular table salt, sea salt and rock salt. That's what's actually in most pots at the minute. Chicken's nearly browned. We'll get a little bit, as I put the extractor fan on, sorry, that looks the noise, but we use it to keep the steam and the smells down. And it's browning nicely. I don't know how many of you have ever heard of bulk. I've tried fuel, but I found fuel very, very thick. Bulk, and I don't know if there's any here, Protein Max Whey Powder. Very good. So I will be doing a video about bulk and my weight loss journey and building up and all that kind of thing coming up. No, my chicken is now browned. I'll turn it off the heat. Now it has you adding flour to thicken up the sauce. What I will do is after it comes out of the pressure cooker, if it needs thickening up any, I will just use a little bit of corn flour. So even though I'm going off the recipe a little bit, it's mainly the same. Turn it off for 2 seconds. It's mainly the same. But at the minute, I'm just waiting for the spuds. Yep. I was over there chopping the spuds. No thanks, I'm alright. I hate chopping spuds, I'm no good. I take away half the potato. Plus, I've still got the rest of this thing. So, yeah, trying to vote me into chopping spuds. I hate chopping spuds. I will do them, but I don't like doing them. I'll be nice and peel a couple of spuds to help him out.
Problem shared is a problem halved.
Are the potatoes a problem? I use a potato peeler because if I don't do it like Carl uses a paring knife. If I did that, not only would I probably lose a finger, half the potato would be in the bin. So yeah, I will use this potato peeler. I did buy a brand new potato peeler. It was we went shopping, and because this one I've had since the children were little. I think I bought this when Samantha, actually no, even before Samantha, so not long after I had my son Robert, who's now 29. So, and he's 30 this year, so this potato peeler has been going a long time. So I bought a new one And the first time I used it, I took a bit of my finger off and my name. So far, no barking dog. Just went to take my cardigan off because I'm very hot. Yeah, so far no barking dog. I should put that front ring back on ready for the pressure cooker. Put my wok in the sink with some washing up liquid and do that in a second. And the spuds are nearly ready to go in. Some of this will probably have to go in the freezer because, like I said, it's a meal for four, but it's only 3 of us because term time, kids are at uni.
Right then.
Yeah, so we did have the box for 2 that did do 3 for the 5 days, but the kids do tend to pop backwards and forwards from uni to say hello, and you never know if they want dinner. So I must admit it was a lot easier for them to pop home when the trains weren't on strike. At the minute it takes them so long to try and get back. Right, because you'll see if I take the camera, definitely more liquid is needed in that pressure cooker to cover. So I will put in a bit extra liquid. It won't take away from the taste. Actually, there's some in the kettle. It won't take away from the taste of it because there's the chicken stock's quite strong that comes with Gousto. And I'll just wash I'll give my jug to Carl because he likes to wash it up. So pressure cooker knob on, lid, lock, handle down, on high, and that's it. So I will be back once that's done and show you the finished result. I'm just letting the steam out. Put my dressing gown on just for a sec because I was having a bit of a feet up and a cup of tea moment while I was waiting for this to cook. To let the steam out in my very quick hurried way. So I've got some corn flour mixed up with some cold water just in case I need it. Turn that ring off before I end up. Oh, that smells delicious. I'll just give it a bit of a stir, and it does need a little thickening. And the corn flour cooks out really quickly, just with the heat of the actual stew. So yeah, it doesn't take, you don't taste it. It just thickens it up slightly. I take that over, you can see it's thickening up. We don't want it too soupy, so I will just show you that in the pot. What I'll do is get a dish out and a spoon. Just put that one in the sink. Actually, I'll get a ladle. I'll just spoon some of this in here. Like I said, I do cook for my dad every day just because I like to. He likes to cook for me and I like to cook for him. So there you go. There is the chicken casserole from our Gousto box. The exact title was chicken and leek casserole. All the leeks have broken down nicely. We've got a really rich casserole that we shall have with some chia batter. I will put the lid on for now, just to keep the heat in. There you go. So, yes, I'm in my dressing gown just to dish up. Only I'm dressed, it's nice and cosy. But yeah, that's our Gousto for today. I will be tucking in with that shortly. And then I have a jigsaw that I am doing, Baby Grogu jigsaw. I am a huge fan. All the family buy me rucksacks, mugs, books, diamond art, At Christmas, my son and daughter-in-law and grandson bought me a Mandalorian crochet kit. Well, I've been busy doing that. So, yeah, that's me for today. So I will be back tomorrow. Hi, so I am back. So sorry I didn't finish the vlog properly. My battery died and my new camera hasn't arrived yet. But the casserole was absolutely delicious. Had it with some chia batter. And it was very, very tasty. But yeah, I never got to say goodbye. I was in the middle of saying that we were going for lunch and a bit of shopping. But we didn't manage to go because the weather, one, was awful. Two, the street's been dug up having gas raids. We couldn't get the car out. We did go out yesterday to the inflatable play area and took my grandson to go and play on the inflatables for a couple of hours. Really, really lovely place. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun visiting there. And this evening we are sitting with our feet up getting ready for the new series of Dancing on Ice. We've got Call the Midwife and Happy Valley. And then back to doing more in the office tomorrow. We're getting rid of old furniture. I'll go through old clothes that no longer fit or don't wear or ruined. And I will show you what it looks like when it's nearly done. At the moment, it's one of those projects where you make more mess to try and tidy it up. But I did go to B&M and buy some more of their storage plastic boxes to try and tidy everything up with. And then I'll get my office back. But yeah, so I hope you have a great week ahead. Look after each other, be kind to yourselves, and I will be back with more Gousto cooking and more chilling and chatting. Take care. Have a good evening. Bye. Oh, one more last thing. Yes, I'm back. I did wear my very nice brand new koi boots yesterday, my bright pink ones, and my black leather jacket from BOOHOO, which I'll stick a quick picture in. Take care. Bye.